Training's going to teach you what you need to know to be able to invite insurance agents to the event that we are doing on Friday, the 17th. So you should have already received in an email the script. If you have not received that, please send me a text, 740-816-5511, and I will make sure to get that document to you so that you have the script. And so let me go through the script with you first. And this is the script. Let me get it nice and large so that you can see it. Okay, so first let's go over these little things at the top. Using your EFFG email. Now, if you don't have one, then that's okay. Use a Gmail or whatever. But if you've got kind of a funky email address that's not just your name, that maybe doesn't look very professional, let me know. I just don't really want people sending emails. I can always send them for you, I guess. I just don't want people sending emails from an email address that doesn't look professional, because you're emailing with professional people. So if you've got a Gmail that's like sarahmarie.brenner@gmail.com, I'm okay with you using that. But if it's like I love my 3 cats at yahoo.com, please don't use that. So using your email, make sure to send everyone an invitation for Friday. So this is as you are calling them, and I'll go through the scripting here in a second. Register them by phone if they're ready to commit. See page 2 for the email text. Second, and this is important, and we do talk about this in the other training video, put all of the name, phone, email, and actually I'm also going to add business info into a separate email addressed to me at sbrenner@empowermentfamilyfinancial.com, and I will put these people into my prospect app as well as the CRM tagged to you. Please do not do this yourself, because I want to be able to follow up with them, receive any of their replies, and deal with their questions. Should they sign up, I will put them in your organization. So here's the script. Let's go over this. So, hello, Jim. My name is Sarah Marie Brenner with EFFG here in Dublin. How are you today? Blah, 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 blah. Great. Okay, yeah, wonderful. I'm calling you because you have an insurance license. We are a general agency for LegalShield and LegalShield. You can either offer these products individually with your clients or as voluntary benefits to employees within companies. We are seeing 50% to 90% participation rates, and your commissions are between 40% and 58%, with residuals up to 26%. I wanted to get your email address so I can send you some details. You can see if it might be a good fit to add to your product portfolio. And then pause. So they're probably going to ask some questions. They're probably going to say, wait a minute, what is LegalShield? So here's kind of an answer that you can provide. LegalShield is a very expansive, and note it doesn't say expensive because it's not. This is expansive. LegalShield is a very expansive legal plan that offers people access to law firms throughout the entire country, and attorneys will even go to court for them. So that's important, because that's a big distinguishing feature between us and like LegalZoom or LawAssure or something like that, where they're mainly just document programs. We actually have live attorneys. They're all over the country, and they will go to court for them. So those things are important to make note of. There's nothing else like it. LegalShield is a product that is kind of like LifeLock, but on steroids, with much more coverage for about a third the price. And that's very true. To cover an entire family with LegalShield is going to run you between about $55 and $65 a month, where we are $19.95. I would love to send you some details as well as an invitation to join us for an informational event on Friday. Can I have your email address? Okay, so make sure you keep closing with, can I have your email address? And then down here too, may I have your email address? Because you want to make sure that we can send them some information. So if they say, well, I've never heard of that, can I get some information, please? Can you send me some stuff? Sure, I'd be more than happy to email some information to you. I will send you some details and also an invitation for an informational lunch that we are having this Friday. If you're interested, I'd really love for you to be there. May I have your email address? Okay, so now you've got their information. And remember, from the other training, you're going to either be, and from number 2 at the top, you're going to be either emailing emailing me with it, or you will be putting it into an Excel spreadsheet, which I show you how to do in the other training, and send that to me. And please send me that information every day. So send it to me today, send it to me tomorrow, send it to me Wednesday, because I want to make sure we get this stuff out to them right away. So don't just hold it and send it to me Wednesday. We need to get all this to them ASAP. So as soon as you're done making your calls for the day, get it to me. So then down here, this is how you would close your conversation. Thank you so much. An email with an invitation to join us on Friday for an informational event and training with one of the vice presidents of the company will be coming from me, meaning you. And my name again is Sarah Marie Brenner. Then there will be a second email that you will receive with a short video discussing the products and how you can add them to your portfolio. And that email will be coming from Sarah Marie Brenner. It's really important that I get you registered for Friday because space is limited. So would you like to check your calendar now and I can get you confirmed? Okay, so that is the paragraph to kind of close it out. So the important thing is you're confirming for them. Now, if you're having me email, you can kind of make this a blank. So if you're having me email, then you can go ahead and say my name instead. And then you just wouldn't say your name again. So if you're having me send it, you can say with one of the vice presidents of the company will be coming from Sarah Marie Brenner. Then there will be a second email, blah, 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 blah. And that will also be coming from Sarah Marie Brenner. And then this is kind of the closeout. It's really important that I get you registered for Friday because space is limited. So would you like to check your calendar now and I could get you confirmed? That's important. Okay, so let's take a look at this one more time. So you are going to be emailing them. There are two things that they're going to be receiving. The thing that I am sending them through the Prospect app is a video that talks about what this is so that they can start to get some of that information and start to, educate themselves on what it is. You are going to be sending them the invitation for Friday, which is on page 2 of this document, and I'm going to show you that in just a second. But remember then, if you don't feel comfortable emailing because you have a weird email address or whatever, let me know. Just make sure you get me that information and I will get the email to them. Either way, though, I still want this information because I'm going to be putting it into the Prospect app either way and into the CRM and tagging you. So this part is not optional. Okay, so if you have any questions on this script, please let me know. Best thing is to send me a text. So let's talk about the email that you're sending to them. Sample email to send. Take a look at this red part first. Be sure to replace your phone number where the X's are. If you don't feel comfortable fielding calls on this, change the last sentence so that after the comma, it just starts with contact Sarah Marie Brenner. I will be sure to ask who invited them. And of course, if you have given me the information like you're supposed to, I'll have it and I'll have it in my CRM. And I promise to give you credit for your recruits by placing them directly under you. Okay? So here's the subject line of the email: register for Friday's LegalShield event. Please don't say anything else. I've thought about this and that's the wording that I want. So then here's the email that goes out to this person right here. So, dear Jim, thank you for your interest in joining us on Friday. The details on registration may be found here. There's the link. Space is very limited, so please RSVP as soon as possible. And please make sure too, when you type this, that there is truly a space between the paragraphs where I have it here. I know sometimes when people copy and paste, the spaces between the paragraphs go away. It's very important that visually it looks like this so that they can see all these different little sections. So for example, I guess what I'm saying is when you copy and paste this, if it ends up looking like this, please do not send that. Go back and fix it. So I want a paragraph here, and then at space, if looking, thanks. Okay? Okay. Space is very limited, so please RSVP as soon as possible. If you have any questions, please call me at 123-123-1234 or contact Sarah Marie Brenner at 740-816-5511. Looking forward to seeing you. Thanks in advance. And then you need to replace that down there with your name. Okay? So this is what it needs to look like. And then remember, you've got to replace these X's with your phone number, or if you don't want them calling you, then you're going to delete all this and just make that last sentence look like that. Okay? And then this needs to be your name. Okay? All right, so that is the email, and you've got this in the document as well. So let me show you this link. So you can also take that and email it to, to other people who are interested in B2B. It doesn't have to be an insurance agent. So just tell them. So if you know someone who's in sales and you want to send this to them, you're welcome to. Just tell them it says insurance agents, but that's okay. B2B people or people who are in sales can come too. Now, the one thing, though, is that they will have an appointment fee. They will have that $99, where for a licensed insurance agent, it's $0. But you don't need to tell them that. Kevin will talk about all that. Okay, so this is the little Eventbrite thing, and it's all right here so that they can have it. So let's just read through this real quick. So this is kind of little props to Kevin. We will have the opportunity to complete appointment paperwork on location, and those who do will be invited to join us for a private open house at the Ohio Law Firm at 4 p.m. It's just right down the road from the lunch training location, so that you may meet the attorneys with whom your clients will be working every day. Okay? So then here's a link within this what. LegalShield is a legal plan, and IDShield is an identity theft restoration plan. They can be offered to individuals and families or to businesses and their employees, voluntary benefits. For more information on the products, please visit this link. Watch the short 3.5-minute video. So this is just a very short little video about the products. Benefit to you. We see 50% to 90% participation rates. Your commissions will be 40% to 58%, which, folks, is huge. Most, like if you're in property and casualty, it's like, which is home and auto and stuff, it's like 10 or 15%. So for them, this is huge. 40 to 58% is huge. Residuals usually are in the low single digits in the insurance world. In LegalShield, it can be up to 26%. If you have at least one insurance license that is active in any state. There are no sales quotas, and you may earn overrides on anyone in your agency or who you might recruit separately to work within your LegalShield agency. And that's in quotes because it's their own, associate number that they can recruit through. This is a wonderful product to add on with your clients or sometimes to use to get your foot in the door. And if your client needs a will, documents reviewed or drafted, or legal issues resolved in order for you to be able to better serve them, you can offer LegalShield to them so that they can get these issues taken care of and you can better serve them. Furthermore, IDShield is the best product on the market, and it monitors types of identity theft that the brands advertising on television do not. Pro tip, and this is for me. These are fantastic products that do not require a license in the state of Ohio. As a result, you may use these products in all 50 states and also use them as onboarding product lines to train new agents before they are fully licensed in the insurance lines you require. For more information on these strategies, speak with me. And then note, there's no charge for this event. Please order lunch at La Chatelaine on your own, and you may arrive between 12:30 and 1 p.m. to do so. Join us in the back room next to the bar. By 1 p.m., we will begin in the informational presentation with training to commence around 2 p.m. for those who are appointed with LegalShield or who fill out the appointment paperwork during the presentation. So if somebody says, well, I've got an appointment at 3 o'clock, that's okay. Just have them come from 1 to 2 and then leave. If they miss the training, they miss the training. But at least maybe we can go ahead and get them appointed, get the paperwork filled out while they're sitting there. Okay, so then they register. They click the green register button. And right here, they can register. They check out. And I'm not going to do this because I've already registered myself, but they can go in here and do this. And it's 1 ticket per person. So if it's an agency where they're registering multiple people, they need to fill out multiple tickets. Boy, my internet is just going slower than a dead snail today. There we go. Maybe. Okay, well, if it doesn't come up, I'm just going to exit out. But this is what they would fill out whenever it decides to actually come up so I can see it. Okay, we're not going to worry about it. So you'll see it when it comes up. So that is what this information consists of right here when you click on it. Okay, so let's review. This is the important thing, is that you've got to get me the information. So the people you actually talk to, where you get their email address and you are sending them something to review, I've got to have their name, email, phone, business. Please, 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 please. And send it to me every day so that at night I can handle them real quick and make sure that as fast as possible we get the information to them. If you feel comfortable, email them what's on page 2 of this yourself. If not, I need to know that you have not sent them this email. So if that's the case, when you send me your list, make sure you tell me, hey, Sarah, I also need you to send them the Eventbrite email link, and I will do that. So that's the big thing. What I would really appreciate is if everybody can do, kind of what I've assigned. So what I said is for Kim, if you can do Dublin agencies 1 through 50. Marion, if you can do agencies 51 through 100. So just make sure you keep them in alphabetical order. And when you're on this page, you can change how many of them you can see at a time. So like here, you can change it to 50. And when you're on the Dublin one, then Kim, that would just be your whole sheet of 50. And then Marion, you'd have a second sheet of 50. And if you want to do some other research, if you want to go in here and instead look at individuals, you may. But just to show you the difference, when you're doing this and you look up individual agents, I'll just show you real quick. Of course, this takes forever to pull up. You'll see there's just going to be a lot more than the 112 when you look up the agencies. So what I would almost do, 1,083. So it's very challenging to go through. So what I would almost do is, from a business standpoint, you're going to have a lot of people offering voluntary benefits if they have a health license. So I would, if you're going to do it that way, if you want to look up individual agents, I would look at health. Because those are people who are offering things probably to like cancer and dental and vision and all that kind of stuff. And they probably are working within companies with employee groups. So that's a target that you can kind of hit. But just stay within your city that I've given you if you would, so that we don't have 2 people calling the exact same people, because that'll make us look really unprofessional. Of course, this is still coming up. I guess if you want to call individuals, actually, I guess it doesn't matter what city you do, because that's going to have, in most cases, their personal cell phone number or something. So like here, the 614-915-1951 for this Azim Abdul Haq. That's probably his cell. This Peter Alexander Abreu, this 570, that's probably his cell. So a lot of these numbers look like cell phones. So you can call these if you want to, but then same thing, if you're going to invite them, all that kind of stuff, I need that information so that we can get them in prospect, get them the information that they need, get it tagged to you. Wow, this is really taking a long time to generate. Okay, so so that didn't mark very many off. So it's still at 817. Lots of people. So the problem with this is that, so like, let's look at this Azim guy. So he's the first one. When we pull him up, we can see what all he's appointed with. So you can see here, he's appointed with several different things, right? So this is all good. He looks to me like he's probably a pretty bona fide health insurance agent. And look, he's been in the business for a long time. Oh, it's inactive. Okay. So that's interesting because I thought that we had it set to only show active people. Let's take a look. Yeah, it says active licenses only. Interesting. Okay. Well, oh, wait. Active. Oh, these are active. Oh, I see. So he lost them at one point and then went back and got them again. Okay. So, like with this guy, this is probably a cell phone number. You can go ahead and give him a call directly. But the problem is you don't know what his actual position is within this. Is he a true salesperson where his coming Friday would help, or is he a paper pusher? And just to be able to do what he does, maybe in customer service or whatever, he needs these appointments. That's why I think calling the agency is the best route. But if you can, try to find the business owner so that you're calling the person at the top and starting with the right person and then work your way down if you need to. If you have any questions, please let me know. I will make sure that everybody has a copy of this script. I appreciate your help so very much, and I will look forward to talking with everybody soon. Thanks a bunch.